I want you to visualize 3 women in a cave sitting in a circle. One, a young one, is spinning golden thread. The second one, a more mature and handsome woman, is measuring the thread through her hands, between her hands. And the third one is the most mature and the oldest, and she is holding a pair of scissors. I'm Lynn Louise, and you're listening to the Cosmic Valkyrie Podcast. And today I want to talk about fate. You see, these 3 goddesses are the 3 Greek goddesses of fate, the Moray. And most of the time when we're listening to mythology, we think of these women as human. But I want you to think about them more in the concept of fate and the 3 phases of our human experience. Back then, they measured them in moon cycles, lunar cycles. So there was the young crescent moon, and then there was the full and mature moon, and then the dark, the end. The 3 phases of life, this is what we all have. Now, there are many tools out there that can help us experience where we are in this process. I love human design. I have a 3-line in my chart, and I'm in the 3rd phase when we think about human design. But if we're thinking about fate, I am in my full moon phase, the mature woman. It is only when I transition that I am darkness, the cutter. I love this image of the darkness and the cave and the unknown. And I'm going to tell you how I perceive it when I'm coaching clients and how I help them understand fate and our own ability to make decisions, which we call free will. I want you to envision the cave as before life. When you were in there making contracts, deciding what you wanted to learn in this life, the wisdom that you wanted to experience, and what was important for you to take back into your luminosity. The cave is like a womb. You were held there. You were creating your fate. Within those different phases of life, you're able to spin and learn and experience. You have free will, but you also have destiny wrapped in there. We can change our destiny through our free will, the decisions that we make. It is important to understand that because we have contracts out there with others that we have made so that we can experience and create deeper core level knowings that we can take back in forms of wisdom to our luminosity. But once we exit that cave, once we are born into this physical life, into this physical body, we forget everything that we contracted in that cave. We no longer have access to it. So we pop out onto this earth, a blank slate, a baby. We came here for the human experience. We came here for relationships. We came here to help each other heal and grow and evolve. Me personally, I'm at a point where I am here to help people evolve, reach a new level of consciousness. The women that work with me have already healed. Now they're ready to evolve. You have people on that spectrum that you are here to help as well. So the women that listen to this podcast understand that you already have destiny and fate, but you're stuck and you're trapped in your external circumstances. You have gained a lot of wisdom up until this point, but for some reason, which you do not know, you cannot seem to get over the hurdle to start creating that amazing societal change that you're here to make. And I say societal change because you know that you're here for more, that you're meant for more. You just can't seem to get over the hump. And that's where I come in. I'm going to really explain to you where you're at so that you know that there's still work to be done. Women come to me and they have done a lot of work, a lot of spiritual work. They have different modalities that they have practiced, everything from Reiki to tapping to meditation to hypnosis, all these beautiful modalities. And you have created rituals behind them, and you have gathered core level knowings up until this point that you have transitioned into wisdom, deep knowings that you're going to be able to help others harness and bring into their own lives as wisdom. But the thing is as long as you are on this earth, you are here to expand and ascend to new levels of consciousness. And women that are listening to my podcast aren't just here to dilly-dally around. You're here to get shit done. You're determined to make a difference, not only in your own life, but in the lives of others. You have heard me say before that I am here to gather women together to ascend, to take back the throne that we are written off of, to restore balance in society. This resonates with you. But women like that can't sit on the sidelines. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. I have watched women in my audience struggle year after year. I'm talking, they were in my following when I first started my hypnosis practice, and they have been witnessing the success that I have and have not said yes to their own success. Because they're chasing strategies. They're thinking that there's a missing piece. All they need to do is know more, learn more, and then they'll finally have the success that they desire. But the truth is, there is no strategy that is going to work for you until you do the work on you. It's hard to hear because you've done so much of that work. But if you're not getting the things that you desire in this life, it means there's still work to be done. And the biggest thing that I see that is the gap between where you are and where you want to be is that you don't understand the importance of this physical body and the way that your brain works. You are still trapped in making decisions based on what your physical brain wants you to do, which is keeping you right where you are. No matter what you believe to be true, you are operating out of fear. Fear created from your past experiences. When you are making decisions from your brain, you are always going to be making decisions based in limitations and not the power of possibility. When you truly understand the way that your brain works, you can bypass this physical brain and always make decisions from your higher self, not from this three-dimensional body. And I know that there's a lot of spiritual women that listen to this podcast. I am incredibly connected. I'm cosmic. You know that. I love that. But you can be highly spiritual and still be operating from your physical body. And I'm going to tell you, sitting in silence isn't always the answer. If you've been meditating and downloading all this information, but you're still not getting the results that you want, it means that you're not taking the right action. You're not taking aligned action. And you're going to need to start making decisions that are going to get you results. But here's the thing, you cannot make a decision that's going to propel you in the direction that you want from the same physical brain that got you to where you are today. You're going to have to change your internal default systems, those systems in your unconscious mind, in your unconscious brain. Your neural pathways in this physical body are always going to override your spiritual beliefs and what your downloads are, because if you do not know how to bypass them, they are always going to win. I see women that are brilliant medicine women that have so much value in this world, yet they still tell me time after time that they cannot afford E10X. And I'm going to tell you, if you're saying that to yourself, then you are operating from old belief systems that are going to keep you broke. I see this year after year. Women that told me they couldn't afford it 12 months ago are still telling me they can't afford it today. And that's because you're operating from old belief systems that are going to keep you right where you are. If you haven't seen a change in the last 6 months, you're not going to see a change in the next 6 months. Because for things to change, you have to change on the inside. And I'm going to tell you right now that your fate is not to be broke all your life. That's a choice. That comes from making decisions based in your free will, because your cosmic self, your luminous self, did not make a contract to be poor. And if you're telling yourself right now, well, how do you know that? Because money is a social construct created by humans, created by man. It's currency. Your higher self wasn't like, hey, I'm going to go make you poor. You came down here with a huge mission, and the longer that you sit and struggle, the longer it's going to take you to live in alignment to your higher purpose and what you're here to do. You have the ability to make decisions that are going to get you what you want in this life and are designed to help you create deeper core level knowings that are wisdom. And once you have wisdom, you cannot forget it. Within E10X, you are given the ability to create those deeper core level knowings in a fraction of the time. You have the ability to do anything you desire in this life and create a social change that you came here to create. But as long as you are not willing to budge outside of your external circumstances, you are going to be uncomfortably comfortable for the rest of your life. I know this because I have been right where you are, and I've had to make very uncomfortable financial decisions. And yes, I talk about money a lot. Why do I talk about money? Because I know that when we can accelerate our income, everything becomes possible, because the work that we do to make more money is also the work that we do to raise our level of consciousness and create the life of our dreams, helping other people evolve. If you want success in your business, you're going to have to say yes to your own evolution. And you can't get there with the same brain that has gotten you to where you are today, no matter where you are. I want you to reflect on where you are, where you want to be, what you see for yourself in this life. Are you happy where you are? Are you compliant? Are you complacent? Or do you want more? Do you want to be and do better in this life? Do you want to help others create a better life, a different life? Do you want to empower people, or do you want to have them enslaved to their own conditions, their own circumstances? If you're cool with that, then just keep doing what you're doing. But if you want more and you want to be more and you know you're meant for more, then it's time to start making decisions that are going to get you what you want. It's time to utilize that free will and make decisions that are going to propel you in the direction of the life that you came here to live, instead of staying right where you are day after day, month after month, year after year. It's up to you.